Hey guys, it's Chinabell, and in today's video we're going to be doing a pregnancy Q&A.
She wanna take me home, lay me up inside a home.
So I went on Instagram and talked about the pregnancy Q&A that I want to do in my stories, and I put a little poll up and had people ask me questions, and I'm going to answer them in this video. So let's jump right into it. The first question is, are you keeping your placenta? Well, let's just dive right in, shall we? Okay. This is actually being filmed after I've had my baby. Like, he's a month old now. So I didn't keep my placenta. I asked to see it. I had no intentions on keeping it. I did want to see it. But I'm just not into the whole keeping your placenta and encapsulating it or planting it or eating it. I've done lots of research on it and everything sounds real cool and good for you, good for the baby, but I was not interested in eating my placenta or doing anything with it. But I was interested in seeing it because, like, hey, it came out of me, so let me see what it looks like. But yeah, I had no interest in keeping it. The follow-up question to that is, will you for your next? For my next child, God willing, I don't know how I feel about that. I may feel exactly the same. I'm not interested in keeping it. Who knows, I may change my mind for baby number 2, so we'll see. What does it feel like to be pregnant? When I was pregnant, it just, I don't know, I can't explain it. I guess it just felt like, I actually had a really good pregnancy. I wasn't like sick. I was just tired. I wasn't sick. I didn't have any like morning sickness. Smells didn't really bother me. I didn't have any complications. When I got to 9 months, whew, I wouldn't say I was over it. I was just going through a lot. Like, my feet were so swollen. My back hurt all the time. My boobs hurt. My boobs did hurt at the very beginning though. What was the question? The question was, what does it feel like to be pregnant? It's beautiful to know that you have your baby growing inside of you. I don't know. There's no word to describe it for me. It was just, I guess, just a beautiful experience. I loved being pregnant. It was so beautiful for me. But yeah, that's my answer to that question. What was your favorite month of being pregnant and why? Okay, so I loved my whole pregnancy. But I would say like the 4th or 5th month was my favorite because that's when I found out the gender of my baby. I went to my appointment on a certain day, and then we did a gender reveal, so I didn't know until like almost a month later. So I was like anticipating the gender reveal, or the sex reveal, the whole time. Like, I was just like really like exercising my patience. Like, I just was like, I just want to know what I'm having. I want to know if it's a boy, if it's a girl. I feel like the doctor or the sonogram tech slipped up and said like he, and then was like they, but I don't know if I was reading too much into that. So I was like, did they just tell me by accident that I'm having a boy? But then I was like, maybe I'm just like, I just want to know like what I'm having, so I'm just like trying to hear what I want or whatever, or what I'm like, I just want to hear answer. But I didn't say anything to my husband because I didn't want to spoil anything for him if in fact that was the case. But so I don't really know if she slipped up, but I did have a boy, so yeah. But that was my favorite time of being pregnant. Just the excitement around finding out what our baby was going to be. Let's see. And also like my first month, like the excitement of like knowing that I'm pregnant. And it was just like, it was just beautiful. What are you most excited about? When I was pregnant, I was most excited to find out what I was having, if it was gonna be a boy or a girl. And I was excited to be a mom, like something I've never done before. I have many little cousins and nieces and nephews that I love on so much. But I'm excited to experience being a mom. So it's not the same being an auntie or an older cousin. So I was excited to experience that. What are you most nervous about? When I was pregnant, I was most nervous about pushing my child out of my body. Just because like it's just something I've never done before, and you watch a lot of videos or hear a lot of different people's experiences, and some bad, some good, some ugly, sad, happy. It's just a lot. So that's what I was most nervous about. What food changes did you make? At the very beginning, I did change my diet to a somewhat like slightly healthier diet, but towards the end I was just like, I want what I want. I'm gonna eat what I want. Of course I didn't consume anything that I wasn't supposed to, like they tell you not to have cold cuts because listeria, whatever they say is bad for the baby. I didn't have any of that. I didn't drink wine at all or any alcoholic beverages. I'm not a smoker, so I didn't obviously do that. But yeah, anything they said was bad for the baby, I stayed away from that. So technically the changes I made, I didn't drink alcohol because I was pregnant. So let me see, what cravings did you have? At the beginning of my pregnancy, I would say the first to like third month, I craved whatever I saw. It was like a monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. Like if I saw like a commercial of food, I was like, yeah, I want that. If I like passed Chipotle, I was like, ooh, Chipotle. If I saw someone eating a burger, I was like, I want a burger. There was one time I went to Target, and there were these, I passed like the freezer aisle, and there were these White Castle, a box of White Castle burgers, and I just grabbed it. Like I didn't even go to Target for that. I went to Target for one thing, and of course left with a bunch of other things. But I saw that and I was like, oh, I need that. And they were delicious, and I actually would like to buy some more because those things were good. I love White Castle. Are you hungry all the time? During my pregnancy, I wasn't hungry all the time. I was hungry normally, like, but it wasn't like I would eat and still be hungry. No, like I was satisfied. Like at the beginning of my pregnancy, I wasn't able to eat all, like my whole meal, probably like a quarter to half of my meal. Then I'd wait and then eat the rest like later if I wanted to eat it still. But yeah, I wasn't hungry all the time. That wasn't something that I had to experience. Do you love pickles and chips? What kind of question? Do you love pickles and chips? During my pregnancy, I didn't really have pickles. Like I bought these little dill pickles that were in these single packets, and it was like too salty for me, so I just was like, yeah, no, I'm good. And I only bought pickles because I heard that you're supposed to, or that pregnant people like pickles during their pregnancy. So I tried, but it wasn't the thing for me. Chips, I love chips. I love specifically chips and queso. And I did have chips during my pregnancy. I also had like salt and vinegar chips. Yeah, those were good. Yeah. Will you show baby? Yeah, I waited a week after he was born to like post him on social media. I just wanted to make sure that my family saw him. Like everyone in my family on both sides were able to see him and stuff, so I waited a while before I posted him. But yeah, he's out there. I'll be posting my baby. Let's see, what's the next question? What pregnancy apps did you use? Okay, so I used What to Expect, which was an amazing app. It had like so much information. So my apps that I used during my pregnancy were Flow, and What to Expect When You're Expecting. Those were my two apps. I had some other apps I downloaded, but that I didn't really use. I did use the contraction timer when I first started having contractions, but that was like for like a couple days. But yeah, so those two apps I would definitely recommend. Flow was my period app that turned into a pregnancy app that now is back to my period app. So like once you mark on there that you're pregnant, it turns into like a whole baby app, and it tells you like you know what your baby is gonna be looking like or how they're developing each month and stuff. And the What to Expect app tells you all the information about what you should expect each month for your baby, and there's like videos and like tutorials and exercise videos on there and a whole bunch of stuff, so that was cool. And the other app that I used was, where is it? Was Babylist. And that I use that for my registry. So I really like using Babylist for my registry because you don't need 50 different registries. You can just have one on Babylist, and people can get items from different stores. They can get it from Amazon, Target, Walmart, wherever you want products from. You could just add it to your baby list, and so everything that you want on your registry is in one spot. You don't have to send them different links for, oh, here's everything from Amazon that I want, here's everything from Walmart that I want. So everything is like on one list in one place, and I just love the app. It made everything so much easier. So how long did it take you to get pregnant? Okay, I mean, but yeah, so Cam and I got married October 2020, and he really wanted a July baby because he's a July baby. So we started trying the month before. So we started in September, and we didn't get pregnant until February, the end of February. I didn't find out till March, so yeah, so February, March is like when we got pregnant. So we were trying first, so September, October, November, December, January, February, so about 6 months we were trying to conceive, and it was really it was a difficult time for me emotionally, because each month when my cycle came, I cried because I just wanted to be pregnant so bad. It's an emotional journey, but everything is on God's time, so you just have to be patient and trust your body, trust God. Yeah, so I just, had to experience that. Anywho, next question. What baby names were on the list but didn't make it? That's a good question. So my son's name is Kai, Kai. my husband picked out that name. And he is Cameron with a K, so he wanted a K name for our son. And I wanted to name our son. So, well, I want to name our child. He already has a name picked out if we have a girl, and I'm just like, am I gonna name any of these children that I'm popping out? So, but we went with Kai, and Kai just turned out to be the most perfect name for the most perfect little boy. But the names that didn't make it, I have a list too. So one was Logan. I really liked Logan. It's like a strong name. I don't know any like little black kids named Logan, so I just thought it was like so cute. That didn't make the list. Let me see, baby names. Okay, so we knew we wanted a K name for if it was a boy. So there was Casey or Case. Cam was like, what is that? I was like, that's a cute name. He was like suitcase, and I was like, all right, fine, not that name. Caleb, we both liked Caleb. That's a beautiful name. Kale, Kael, which I didn't like, because I just kept thinking of like the leafy vegetable kale, the leafy green kale. So I was just like, Cam liked the name. So yeah, those are the names that didn't make the cut. And I just love his name so much, especially after we met him. It's just like, it's so perfect for him. So yeah, that pretty much is all the questions that you guys sent me, or my following on Instagram sent me. I do want to do a birth Q&A / new mommy Q&A. I have to figure out a title for that, but I'll ask you guys to leave questions below so that I can answer those. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I always feel like I hear him crying, but then he's not crying. Like, it's so weird. It's like phantom cries. But my husband's with him now, so I know he's fine, but I'm just like, you know what's weird? When I run water, I swear I hear him crying, and then I stop the water and I hear nothing, and I'm just like, what is wrong with me? Also, I heard people talking about like phantom kicks, like little belly kicks that they feel after they have a baby. I haven't felt that, and I'm a month postpartum. I'm happy that I don't want to feel phantom kicks, but I was like, that would be kind of weird. Like, I understand your mind playing tricks on you and you're hearing things, but like feeling like a kick, I'd be a little freaked out about that. So behind me is Kai's nursery at his grandparents' house. Cam and I are moving into our new home that we just purchased like a couple weeks before Kai got here. We're gonna be moving in a couple weeks, so he'll have another nursery. So I'll do a whole nursery tour. I'm gonna do a house tour too, but I'll do a nursery tour for that. And so I'm so excited about that. But yeah, this is his little nursery. He's so cute. But yeah, his grandma set this up. She was not playing about her baby. She was like, oh, she got all the nursery stuff. She was serious about her little guy. So we're just grateful. And like I said, make sure you leave your questions down below if you want to send any questions in for my next video, and I will see you then.